Hi guys, welcome to another video. This is an update on my latest one. If you have watched it, uh, it uh, it was about install and run AIX using virsh and virt-manager, and this one is an update on that. And I have some good news. If you watch it, the last one, you know that I had some issues, and I had to use a workaround in order to boot the AIX installation media. And now this is not necessary anymore, and I will show you how and why. Um, in the last video, I show you that I had to use a workaround in the XML file where I need to add some command line arguments, and now this is not necessary anymore. So now you can handle the boot order and manage the virtual disks like any other virtual guest. So like in a Linux guest, for example, so you can replace the disk while the machine is running. And the reason that now it's possible is because you should use the right virtual SCSI controller. So in order to do that, you should change the virtual controller, SCSI controller, and instead use the SPAPR controller. If you want more details on that, I recommend you go to the Qemu page for P-Series, and here you find more details on that. So I'll show you that now you can mount successfully the media. For example, now I'm using the disk 1 of the AIX installation. So now we can mount it. Let me use this command. Now you can access the content of it. Let me show you the content of this folder, for example. And here you see the file sets of the operating system. Now I will unmount it, and then I will replace the disk with another one. Let me see. Browsing. Let me use this one, for example. Let me mount it again. And here you find now that we have the file sets for PowerHA. So that's it, guys. This problem now is solved. So you can now run and install it using the conventional way and handle all the virtual devices, hard disks, and virtual optical devices like any other guest. Another good news is that we now could use shareable hard disks. I figured out that the way to use shareable hard disks is using the HAL format of disk. So in this way you can add a shareable disk. So now we will be able to run PowerHA and have a shareable volume group in a resource group. So this is a very interesting and a very good news. So, but in order to add a shareable disk while the machine is running, you should use the virsh command, because if you try to add a new shareable disk using the graphical interface, it will not allow you to do that. Only for the next boot, the shareable configuration will only be active in the next boot. So, but let's show you. So here we have the sparse HAL image, and then I will try to add it as shareable, but you will receive this message because it will only activate the shareable option in the next boot. But we can do that while the machine is running, but we should use the command line, the virsh command, in order to do that. Then I will show you. Before I show you this, I will show you how to create a sparse image in RAW format. Another option is use the Qemu image command to convert an existing QCall image to RAW disk, but you also can create from scratch using this command. Then the image is created. Okay, the image is created. Now I will use the command virsh to attach the disk. As you can see, here is the content of this file. So here is all the definitions for the disk. So this is a HAL disk, the path for it, and some SCSI configurations. And as you can see, the device was attached and also is shareable. So now if I want to share this disk with another machine, I also can do that. Is what I will do now with the Node 2. And if we go here in the machine too. We also have the disk here. One thing that I have to notice you is that this disk will only remain during the machine running if you just run the live argument. So in order to save this configuration for the next boot, you should run again this command, but instead of live you should use the option config, that is like this. So your disk will be saved on your configuration even after you shut down the server. Okay, and well, so after show you the good news about the storage management, then I will show you that PowerHA also could run on this environment, and is what I will show you now. I will try to reproduce the same test that I did in my first video, where I show you PowerHA running on Qemu, but using the Qemu raw command, not the virsh or virt-manager. So let me start the test. In the first video I used a loop on both nodes to show you what's happening while the PowerHA is working, but this time I will do something different. I will use a script that I developed some years ago, and if you want to know more about it, please visit my GitHub. Here you find details about it and how to run and configure this script. Okay, so let me start the script first. This script can run from AIX machine or a Linux machine, and then I will run it from my Linux host, and it's pretty simple. It provides a standard output in the console, and also generates a CGI script where that you can use it using HTTP server that has CGI, but it's not something that's not recommended because it's a very old way to provide dynamic content on web today, and I'm planning to change it in the future. But just for this test, I believe that it will be useful. So instead of, because I don't have a HTTP server configured in this machine, I will use a loop and create a temporary test HTML file that I could load in my web browser. So now the same content now is generated on this test HTML and is updated after at every 3 seconds. So let me open it on the browser. So here we have the web view of the script. So here we have some basic information about the cluster. So we have the status of the cluster and its networks and its resource groups. So let's start the test. I believe let me see, yeah, it's getting the data from the node 1, and the resource group is online on the node 2. So I will move the resource group from node 2 to node 1, like I did in the last test. I hope my machine don't hang because it's running at the peak of it. Moving resource group to another node. Yeah, it may take a little while because, as I mentioned, my machine is a very stressed now because I'm running those two guests, OBS and the browser at the same time, and it has only 8 gigabytes of RAM, so it's in a very stress situation. Well, now the moving process must start, and then we will follow the process on my tool. We can also follow it in the script. And now we need a little patience because it may take some time to move the resource. Another thing that I figured out is that SCNMP is working because this tool requires SCNMP, and so if you need more details on how to configure SCNMP, I ask you to go to my GitHub on the cluster monitoring tool, where you find more details on that. And so as you can see, the resource group started to the leaving process, and now the state of the cluster is unstable. Yeah, that's natural. And in the next seconds it will be available on the node 1 if everything goes okay. Now it's joining in the node 1. It looks that everything is going okay by now. The service is IP is already up in the node 1. Now what remains is the resource group. At this point, it is var-on, the volume group, and then trying to mount the file system. I believe it will finish in the next 5 seconds, not more than that, I guess. On the script, it's already online. Okay, now updated online in the web interface, and it is stable now. So as you can see, guys, the moving request finished successfully, and we can check here, for example, if the vg is online here. Yeah, AIX vg is online. Let me see if the file system is mounted. Yeah, the file system is mounted, so everything goes okay. Now I will cause the halt of the node 1, so I simulate the crash of the server, and let me see how it will works. Okay, node 1 crashed, so let's see what happened now, if the resource will bring online on the node 2. Oops, let me refresh it. Looks like the node 2 isn't okay, it's already aware. If you look at this script, it updated to joining, so the node 2 started to acquire and put up the service IP and resource group. the service IP already is up already, and now it started the joining process of the resource group, and then it will start the process of vary on the volume group and then mount the file system. It takes a little time to do that, and as you can see now the node 1 shows up as down, as it in fact is down, and now the data is coming from the node 2, as you can see here. So let me see if the node 2 will be able to bring the service online and get stable. Well, while it is running here, I will show you the configurations. As you can see, it's already up and running on node 2, and the cluster is stable again. I will just show you the resource group configuration. The resource configuration. So here you can see the resource group name, the nodes that are participating on it, the service IP, and the volume groups. So as you can see, now this resource group is up and running in the node 2. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoy it. I ask you to share in the comments what do you think about it. If you like this way how I show you the stats of the cluster while PowerHA was working behind the scenes. And thank you very much for watching it, and see you in the next video. Thank you.